Welcome to 20 minutes of hip mobility. This class focuses on both strength and flexibility for your hips. You may want 1 or 2 blocks for today's practice. Once you've got your blocks, get on your mat, throw on your favorite playlist, and let's get started. We'll begin today's practice seated with your knees bent, feet on the ground a little wider than hip width distance apart. Then start to let your knees drop from side to side. You can keep your hands behind you for a little bit of support, or if you feel like you don't need the support today, remove your hands. Breathe deeply into your hips and your lower back as you move. Now on this last round, on your next time over to the right, set your hands down and add in a little bit of a rotation and twist. Switch sides and do that again, adding in that little bit of a twist. Now come back through center, let your knees fall all the way over to the right. Right knee is bent at a 90-degree angle, left leg back to 90. Now if that angle is too intense, you can decrease the angle by sliding your heel closer to your sit bone or your knee closer to your right thigh. Take a breath or two to get used to this rotation. You're in a deep external rotation on the right leg and deep internal on the left leg. Now start to push down through your right outer knee and your left outer knee. As you push down, begin to come down into a forward fold over your right leg. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, big push down through the left inner knee, right outer knee. The goal here is to fatigue the muscles. Last breath. And then rise all the way back up to a seat. The next move that we're working on here is lifting up the back leg. So give yourself as much support as you'd like with your hands and lift the back leg and set it back down. Good, do that again. Lift and lower. Keep pushing down through right outer knee, lift and lower. Last one, lift up, hold for another extra few seconds, and release. Lower your leg back down. You can massage out your outer hip if it feels a little intense. Next, you have a 3-part fold. We'll fold towards the knee, the shin, and then the ankle 3 times. You can use a lot of support by pushing your hands into the ground, a little support with just the fingertips, or no support with your hands lifted into a cactus shape. Let's begin. Set up your hands and fold your chest towards your knee, then press yourself back up, push into your legs. Aim towards your shin, push and lift. Then aim towards your ankle and push and lift. We'll do that 2 more times. Continue to press down through both legs as you fold to the knee, then the shin, and then your ankle. Awesome. Now do that 1 more time. Up to you how much support you'd like with your hands. And then press yourself back up and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Now first take a moment to let your knees slide a little bit side to side, kind of let that go, let go of all that work that you just did, and eventually land with your left knee forward at a 90-degree angle and right knee back. Again, choose what angle you want for your back leg. Make sure that it's not too intense for you. Then take a moment to sit down into your sit bones and get your body used to the shape. And then when you're ready, push down through both knees and begin to fold forward. As you're folding forward, breathe deeply and press down through the right inner knee and left outer knee. Take another slow inhale and slow exhale. And at the bottom of your exhale, rise back up and we'll set up to lift up your back leg 4 times. So when you're ready, lift up and set it back down. Good. Lift, continue pushing down through left outer knee and lower. Last 2, option to do this with hands or without. And last one, on this last one, hold for an extra few seconds. Lower back down and give your hip a little love if you need it. Then prepare for 3-part folds. When you're ready, fold towards your knee first. Press into your legs to rise up, towards your shin. Press to rise. And towards your ankle. 2 more rounds just like that. Continue to press down through both legs. Inhale on the way down, exhale, push. Inhale down to the shin, exhale, push. Inhale to the ankle, exhale, push. Final round here. After your final round, come back up and then switch to the other side, right shin forward. Now grab your block or a pillow if you don't have a block and place it on your thigh. Push your belly into the block, into the ground. Set up your hands wherever feels comfortable. Now from here, internally rotate your back leg by lifting up your heel and then lower it back down. Good, do that again. Lift the ankle and lower. 2 more. And last one, lift up and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. And release your leg back down. Now we'll lift with external rotation. So you'll lift your knee and your toes, keeping your heel down. Set it down, then lift and lower. Good. 2 more. Lift up and lower. And on this last round, lift up and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release your leg down. Remove the block and then switch to the other side. Push your belly down into the block and the block down into your thigh. Set your hands down and then move into internal rotation. Lift your ankle and lower it back down. 3 more, lift and lower. Last 2, lift and lower. On this last one, hold for a couple extra seconds and lower it back down. Now lift your knee and your toes, coming into external rotation and lower. Lift and lower. Last 2. And last one, lift up and hold. And when you can't hold any longer, then lower your knee back down. Move the block out of your way. You can take your knees side to side for a moment to help release that. And then lie down on your back for abdominals. Frog lifting through. Pull your knees into your chest, then open your knees out into a frog shape with your feet flexed and your inner knee and inner ankle pointing towards the ceiling. If this is too intense, you can guide your knees closer to your chest. Clasp your hands together behind your head, wrap your shoulders. Inhale, lift your chest and shoulders up. Exhale, curl your pubic bone towards your navel, reach out through your thighs and pull your low belly down. Inhale, relax your pelvis, lift your chest and shoulders higher. Exhale, curl pubic bone to navel, reach out through your thighs, pull belly down. Now inhale, relax your pelvis, lift your chest and shoulders high, adding on now. Pause your breath, press your low back down, curl pubic bone to navel. Exhale, send your right leg forward of your hip 3 inches, extend your left leg out into a kung fu frog or a straddle shape, and pull your low belly down. Inhale, come back to center, relax your pelvis, lift your elbows high, hold your breath, press your low back down, send the left foot forward of the hip 3 inches, kick your right leg out, exhale, pull low belly down. Inhale, bend both knees, back to frog, lift chest and shoulders high, hold your breath, low back down, send the right foot forward of the hip, exhale, left leg kicks out, pull low belly down. Good, keep going just like that. Inhale, hold the breath, left foot forward, kick the right leg out, exhale, pull low belly down. Inhale back to frog and set your head down. Use your hands to close your knees and squeeze your knees in towards your chest. You can rock your knees a little side to side and then roll yourself up into a tabletop position. Hands under shoulders and knees under hips. Cat-cow. Inhale, drop your belly, arch your heart forward. Exhale, press down through your hands and shins and round the spine. Inhale into cow, drop your belly. Exhale, push the earth away, round your spine. 1 more round. Then return to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes and lift your knees just a few inches off the ground. Kick your left leg across and pick up your right hand for belly up, belly down lion. Come back into start position and then switch sides. Back to start, then left leg out, right hand towards your chest. Back to your start position, right leg out, left hand towards your face. Now continue to move through these. We're doing a total of 10, 5 each side. And as you're moving through, every time you come back into that active tabletop shape or belly down lion shape, protract your shoulders, push your spine up between the shoulder blades, and engage through your core. Last round. Come back to your 4-point base or belly down lion and then transition into Malasana, either by hopping your feet outside of your hands or walking your feet outside of your hands. In Malasana, start to find some movement. Any movement that would feel good. It might be just a little sway side to side in your hips. You might take a little chest opener or twist, opening up towards one side and then the other. Get creative with the way that you move and even close your eyes to tap into feeling. You could move into a little bit of internal rotation or even bigger twists, or literally any movement that feels interesting to you today. We'll spend about 5 more deep breaths here, so you have plenty of time to explore any movement, even if it's not a pose that you've done before or a pose at all. After this last breath, make your way back into Malasana. And from here, we'll transition from Malasana into Skandasana by extending your left leg out. You can work higher if you need to work a little higher, or sit all the way down and play with rotation of the right leg if flexibility allows. Slide back into Malasana and do the same thing on the other side. Now again here, get creative with the way that you're moving. You do not have to move the way that I am moving. If it makes more sense in your body to have blocks under your hands and to work much higher, then honor that. Now move side to side in Skandasana, switching from the right side and then over to the left side, either with or without hands. Now on this next switch, you'll stay on the right side, flip your hands around and set your left knee down. Inhale, let your hips sink down into your lunge, and exhale, press back into a half split. 2 more like that. Inhale, hips down, lift your chest into your lunge. Exhale, back into your half split. You're more than welcome to have blocks under your hands here. Last one, inhale down into the lunge. And exhale, push back, half split. Now this time as you come back into your lunge, stay in your lunge and take lunge heel to butt by taking your left hand to the top of the left foot and pulling your heel towards your glute. Your right arm can stay on your thigh or you can reach it up towards the ceiling. Draw your belly in for support. And after this exhale, release that. Shift back into Skandasana and take a couple more side to side movements. Play around, maybe adding in those rotations if that's available to you. And then end up on the other side with the right knee down. Inhale, sink your hips into your lunge. Exhale, press back, half split. Good. Inhale, come forward into your lunge, lift up through your chest. Exhale, back into half split, press your heel down into the ground. 1 more round. Return to lunge, and this time lift your chest all the way up for lunge heel to butt. Right hand catches the top of the right foot, pull it in towards your glute, and either extend your left arm towards the ceiling or keep it on your thigh. Draw your belly in for support and breathe into your hips. Release your foot back down, and this time set your hands down and step back into plank. Lower your knees down, reverse Nordics. Come all the way up onto your knees, tuck your tailbone under and either cross your hands across your chest or set your hands on your hips. Then lean back, bringing your glutes closer to your heels, and then press yourself back up. You can either be on the tops of your feet or tuck your toes under for a little bit of extra help. We'll do 10 of these, so you have 8 left. Maintain your belly engaged. Lean your hips back as far as you can each time, and then big push with your quads and your toes to come back up. That was 5. You're halfway there. Keep going. 5 more. These are tough, but you're almost there. Last 2. Good. Big push to come up. And last one, lean back as far as you possibly can and push yourself back up. Good. Release your hands down to the mat. You can either come to seated by lifting up into down dog and then taking a jump through to seated, or by simply sitting. However you get there is perfect. Once you arrive, extend your legs straight out in front of you. For these next few poses, we'll play with rolling all the way down onto your back and then rolling forward into a pose. So reach your arms forward, draw your belly in, roll all the way down to your back. Arms overhead, then lift your legs up, lift your hips up, and cross your right ankle behind your left thigh. Now roll forward into warrior's base. Ground your left foot, right shin, then tuck your right toes under and extend your left arm down, right arm up towards the ceiling into half moon. Right leg is lifted to the height of your hip. Recoil to come out. Set the top of your foot down, lower your hips down, extend your legs, and then roll all the way back. Arms overhead, same thing. Legs up, hips up, cross left ankle behind right thigh. Roll to warrior's base. Ground your right foot and your left knee. Then extend your left toes back and open into half moon on the other side. Left arm reaches up, left leg lifts up. Come out the same way you came in, top of the foot, knee, and then hips lower. Extend your legs forward, arms forward, roll back. Awesome. This time coming up into standing splits. Lift up through your legs, then your hips, right ankle behind left thigh, roll forward to warrior's base. This time, grab onto your ankle, or if you want a little bit more help with balance, take your hands to the ground. Reach your right leg up as high as you can, and then bend both knees to come out of it. Come through warrior's base, sit down, legs forward, and roll back. Other side. Legs up, hips up. Cross the left ankle behind your right thigh. Roll forward to warrior's base. Option to grab your ankle or use your hands for a little bit of support, and reach left leg up towards the ceiling as high as you can. Good. Then release. Bend both knees. Lower the top of your foot down, knee and hips down. Extend your legs forward, arms forward, and roll back. This time we'll roll into Malasana. Give yourself some momentum. Take your legs up, hips up, then reach your arms between your legs as you land your feet down a little wide to lift your body up. Now we'll take 5 Malasana to pistol squat transitions, 5 each side, so a total of 10. You can do this without hands, like shown here, by extending your leg forward, setting it down, shifting the weight, and then extending the other leg forward. Another option if you need just a little bit of support is to use your hands, either behind you or just out to the sides. Another option again is to grab some blocks and set those down underneath your hands and work just a little bit higher for more support. Take your last 2 rounds each side, whatever variation you choose for today. After that last round, return to Malasana for your peak transition. Set your hips down, extend your legs, and roll all the way back. Now we'll roll into pistol squat. So lift your hips up, then bend your right knee, roll forward, reach your arms forward, and lift your hips up. If your left heel needs to be on the ground, that's okay. Roll back, and then forward. Press into your right foot to maybe lift your hips off the ground. Awesome. If you don't lift up your hips, that is still okay. And if you need a little bit of help with the left heel, that's okay too. Awesome. This is your last round. On this last round, hold your pistol squat for another extra couple of seconds if you can, and then set your left foot down, Malasana. Awesome. Other side. Set your hips down, extend your legs forward, roll back, lift your legs up, hips up, bend your left knee, and then roll forward. Pistol squat 4 times. Extend your arms forward to reach, and set your hips down and roll back. Awesome. Again, it's a big push through your left foot, and your right heel can always be on the ground. If your hips don't lift up today, again, still okay. Last 2. And last one. On this last one, you'll hold your pistol squat for just an extra couple of seconds if possible. Then step your right foot down, Malasana. Awesome. Lower your hips down, extend your legs forward, roll all the way back. This time we're rolling forward into Pigeon. You've made it to your cool down. Bend your right knee behind your left thigh, roll forward, and then sweep your left leg behind you and come into Pigeon. Take a moment to level out your pelvis. Inhale, lift up your chest, and exhale, make your way down into a forward fold. Lower your forehead down either onto stacked forearms, stacked fists, or possibly a block. Let your neck relax. Now breathe deeply into your hips and allow your hips to soften with each exhale. Feel for letting go of any leftover tension in your hips. And then to come out, walk your hands under your shoulders, lift your chest, sit down onto your right hip and sweep your left leg forward. Extend both legs forward, reach forward and roll back. Other side, lift your legs, lift your hips, cross left ankle behind right thigh, then roll forward. Set your left shin down and sweep the right leg behind you. Then take a moment to get comfy in your hips. Inhale, long spine, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward and relax your head onto something. Breathe deeply into your hips and your lower back. Use your breath to release any stuck energy. Maybe you take a loud exhale through your mouth. To come out, slide your hands underneath your shoulders, lift your chest. Sit down onto your left hip and sweep the right leg out in front. Legs forward, arms forward, and roll back. This time, hug your knees in towards your chest. Find a little rock side to side to massage out your sacrum or even circle your knees. Budokon, feet to face. Place the soles of your feet together, let your knees go wide, then grab your feet and arc them like a rainbow towards your face. Ground down through your low back and your sacrum so that your feet are only going as far as they can while maintaining hips down. Then breathe deeply into your hips. Release your feet and hug your knees into your chest one last time before your final Shavasana. When you're ready, extend your legs out. Open your arms out to the sides with your palms facing up, symbolic of receiving, and close your eyes. Take a deep breath into your belly. Exhale, sigh it out through your mouth, let it go. Take another deep breath in. Exhale slowly. Relax your shoulders, your hips, and your jaw. And then allow your breath to return to your natural pace and become an observer of your breath. Observe the rise and fall of your belly and your chest. Observe the sensation of breath coming in and out through your nose. Observe the way that your back body expands into the mat with each breath. And the sensation of your body becoming heavier and heavier with every exhale. Then choose just one aspect of the breath that you'd like to focus on and rest your awareness there. Deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing awareness back into your body. And softly turn your head from left to right, reawakening your spine. Take a deep inhale and reach your arms over your head like you just woke up from a nap. Point your toes and stretch your whole body long. And at your own pace, roll over onto your side in a fetal position. And then with a relaxed neck, press yourself all the way up into Seiza or a kneeling position unless that's uncomfortable on your knees. As you're coming into your seat, take a moment to honor yourself. Honor your strength. Honor the fact that you pushed through even when things got challenging. And then we'll bow out of class. Set your hands down on the mat in the shape of a triangle and bow your forehead down into that triangle, honoring the warrior within. Then place your hands together at your heart to honor the yogi within. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. My name is Adriana, and the light within me honors, respects, and loves the light within you. Namaste.